Today we are going to take a look at the last internal combustion powered Dodge Challenger. And oh hell, is it a good one? We are talking more power, more glorious supercharger whines, and a faster quarter mile times. But before we get into all of that, since it's the last one, let's take a quick trip down memory lane. Dodge's journey in the automotive industry has been full of ups and downs, and it has struggled to keep pace with its competitors in terms of innovation and production. However, the automaker has always relied on its rich history and heritage to stay relevant, and in recent years, it has successfully transformed itself into a muscle car powerhouse. Dodge's Challenger model, in particular, has been at the forefront of its resurgence, and the automaker has doubled down on its old-school priorities of big horsepower and quick quarter-mile times. The Challenger was first introduced in 1970 after the Ford Mustang and Chevy Camaro had already established themselves as the kings of the muscle car segment. While the Challenger enjoyed a brief production life, it was eventually discontinued, with the second generation being rebadged as the Mitsubishi Galant that didn't sit well with purists. Dodge resurrected the Challenger in 2008 with retro styling and a modern Hemi V8 engine. Initially, the Challenger was able to keep pace with its competitors, but as Ford and Chevy invested more in their respective models, the Challenger began to fall behind. In response, Dodge embraced a different performance philosophy, focusing on its heritage and big horsepower numbers. This new approach began with the introduction of the Challenger SRT Hellcat in 2015, with a supercharged 6.2-litre V8 engine producing 707 horsepower. The Hellcat instantly became the most powerful car in its segment. Dodge's strategy had paid off, as the Hellcat quickly became a fan favorite, with its affordable price tag and hypercar rivaling performance. Dodge followed up the Hellcat with the Demon in 2018, a purpose-built drag racer that could also be driven on the street. The Demon featured an enhanced Hellcat V8 engine that produced 840 horsepower and could pop a wheelie. Dodge claimed that the Demon could run a quarter-mile time of 9.65 seconds at 140 miles per hour on a perfectly prepped surface. In 2019, Dodge introduced the Hellcat Red Eye, which was essentially a Charger and Challenger variant that inherited parts from the Demon. While the engine was capped at 797 horsepower due to its race fuel intolerance, the Challenger version could still hit 60 in 3.6 seconds and could run a quarter mile in 11.8 seconds. Then in 2020, Dodge introduced the Superstock, which was essentially a Demon reincarnated minus the transmission brake and race fuel tune. The Superstock featured a suspension setup for rear load transfer and 4 315 section width Nitto ND05R drag radials. Dodge claimed that the Superstock could run a quarter mile in just 10.5 seconds at 131 miles per hour on a prepped surface. Fast forward to 2023, and the Hellcat V8 engine will be laid to rest after nearly a decade of duty in many memorable Chargers and Challengers. However, Dodge is going out with a bang, and it has introduced the 2023 Challenger SRT Demon 170, the craziest street legal creation to come out of the SRT lab. When fueled with E85, the 6.2-litre V8 engine, complete with a supercharger, produces an impressive 1,025 horsepower at 6,500 RPM and 945 pound-feet of torque, or 1,281 Nm at 4,200 RPM. Lowering the octane to E10, the vehicle still delivers a staggering 900 horsepower and 810 foot-pounds of torque. But when using all of its 1,025 horsepower, the Demon 170 can achieve a speed of 60 miles per hour in just 1.66 seconds. It can also complete the quarter mile in an NHRA-certified time of 8.91 seconds at a top speed of 151.17 miles per hour. However, Dodge's CEO Tim Kuniskis has stated that such figures are likely to be achievable only on a prepped drag strip. Now, that 0 to 60 time makes this the fastest car to reach 60 miles per hour money can buy, on a prepped surface, of course. But how? How did they go from 840 horsepower in the Demon to 1,025 in the Demon 170? Well, to achieve the astounding performance figures of the Demon 170, Dodge had to do more than just modify the existing Demon model. The driveline underwent a major overhaul, with only the camshaft carrying over from the previous engine. The new supercharger displacement is increased to 3 litres from 2.7 litres in the previous model, whilst the throttle body grew to 105mm from 92mm. Then they raised the boost all the way up to 21.3 psi as opposed to the 15.3 in the Challenger SRT Hellcat Red Eye. All of this allows for better performance. Now, this new Demon 170 boasts an intelligent flex fuel sensor that can detect the ethanol content in the gasoline. This technology adjusts the fueling and spark timing to optimize the powertrain output. Additionally, there is an ethanol proportion display on the instrument panel that shows the current ethanol percentage, with the full 1025 horsepower being available as soon as the figure is above 65%. How will all of that power make its way to the tarmac? Well, the Demon 170 retains its 8-speed automatic transmission, which now features an upgraded TransBrake 2.0. This innovative feature enables the driver to fully engage the throttle and subsequently activate a shift pedal for an optimized launch on the drag strip. Now, the torque output can be tuned in increments of 1/10 of a second, thereby allowing the drivers to adjust the power delivery to achieve the quickest acceleration possible. And the drag racing theme doesn't stop there. As part of your Dodge Direct Connection accessories, you can get parts like a harness bar, carbon fiber rear seat, delete panel, and even a parachute on a road car. That's pretty insane. But all of this power and cool features means nothing if this thing can't put the power to the road. So Dodge equipped it with a set of 315/50 R17-inch Mickey Thompson ET Street R drag radials at the rear with skinnier 245 wheels in the front. However, these tires are not suitable for wet or cool conditions, so to tackle this issue, Dodge is offering an optional wheel and tire package for such scenarios. Then, buyers can opt for a set of forged aluminum and carbon fiber wheels to save weight. The new wheels will allow the Dodge 170 to shed 20 pounds in the front and 11.9 pounds in the rear when compared to the Challenger Red Eye. Then for suspension, the Demon 170 suspension includes an adaptive built-in shocks that raise the rear by 0.39 inches. The drag mode setting is also available to tweak the suspension setup. It firms up the front while softening up the rear, improving weight transfer for launching. Furthermore, the Demon 170 softer springs and sway bars offer better weight transfer when compared to the Challenger Hellcat Red Eye, resulting in a more responsive and stable ride. Everything with this Demon is geared 100% towards drag racing. It's a drag car that's street legal and you can buy it from a dealer. But for how much? Well, this thing comes with a price tag of $96,000, excluding the destination fee. The automaker plans to manufacture 3,300 units of the vehicle, with 3,000 units being for the US and 300 units being specifically produced for Canada. The production numbers, however, are dependent on the production capacity because the automaker will only produce them from July to December 31, 2023. Dodge will start taking orders on the 27th of March of this year and will prioritize orders made by dealers at MSRP to discourage markups. Now, a cool thing that Dodge did is that the original 2018 Challenger SRT Demon owners can also request a Demon 170 VIN number that matches their earlier model. Each buyer will receive a package that includes a Demon-themed decanter, whiskey cubes, rocks glasses, coasters, a Demon 170 supercharger badge cover, and an illustration on the inside top of the pack's cover. But would you pay $100,000 for a Challenger? Here is why I would if I had the money. The previous Demon's values shot up shortly after release, and this thing will be the last. So the value of these will be insane once they are available on the open market. So I think if you've got the money, then it's not a bad idea to buy one of these. This is not like a financial go and do it, but if you look at the previous ones, these should also go up in value like the previous ones. Yeah, but let me know down below what you think. If you like this video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. And if you did like it, you'll like all of my other stuff. So just go through it, see if there's something else you like. I'll check you guys in the next one. Cheers, eh?